If you were to give advice to maybe somebody who's hearing this, they haven't took the plunge in yet, they're diving into their customer avatar, any advice that you would give them to go into their journey where maybe they have a little bit of a goalpost, something to aim for with that strategy? Any advice that you would give them?
Well, I guess a lot boils down to your mindset. And that's something that I really appreciate in this community. And I keep telling that to my members as well. It's not just, okay, here's your business, you do something like this, but it really sets your mind up properly. So there's 2-3 things which really helped me and which really were a shift. And first of all, it starts with belief. It starts that you believe in yourself that you can do this, because you believe, you take action, and then you see some results. And I think often you see people who tend to, well, just give it a shot. And if they see results, then they start to believe. But results only come after taking action and after believing in yourself. And once you do that, everything shifts around you and you just become also a better person and more successful. And it was quite interesting for me, like that's 1 or 2 years ago, when one other guy I met of our affiliate community was on this position that I'm right now. And he just quit his job and he didn't have the results, but he had this belief in himself that he knew he can do whatever online. He can sell products online, he can use stuff, and it worked. And the second thing, which also helped me a lot, is like connecting to the community, because it's an amazing community of like-minded people who are very helpful and who got your back. Because for me, for example, my social circle, like my closest friends and family, first they supported me, but then later it got quite tough because they just, told me, hey, just leave it, give it up, or hey, if you need a change, go find another job. You've got an education, or you're crazy. There was only one exception, one person who told me, hey, I believe in you, but I don't believe in this online business stuff. And I was playing with the thought to give up quite a couple of times, but what would be the result? I'll jump back into my 9-to-5 prison, and probably I won't have the energy to try something like this in the next few years again, because I already kind of failed. But only if you give up, you fail. And so I've reached out. I made friends in this community globally in different countries, so I meet them only online, but also people that I was able to meet in real life, and they got my back. They shared best practices and also encouraged me to get going whenever I was feeling low, and that's just amazing. Plus the inner circle, the exchange of knowledge and what we've got there, it's just fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you guys are wondering, Inner Circle, how to get connected with our leadership, plug into the call that Stu and I are doing next week on Thursday. But Steffen, it's really good to hear this, because, maybe the customer avatar, it could be overwhelming in the beginning as you're starting to put your first leg out there in marketing. Maybe all the concepts that you'll hear Stuart teach about with messaging, or myself with messaging. There's a lot of meat on that bone. There's a lot to chew on when it comes to like influence, persuasive copy, marketing, but something you can always revert to, right? Something we can always tap into is our own belief. And sometimes that's enough to get out there on an ad and to share what you believe, right? And when you share what you believe with that confidence, with that conviction, people who believe the same thing, people who may even have it in their mind, but they have some doubt or fear, and they see how you're feeling about this belief, that's inspiration, right? And sometimes that's enough to get out of the box, to get yourself out there and to make that impact. That's powerful, not just for your own results, but to get other people to step up for the results that they're seeking too. Well done. That's a powerful share. And I think everyone here has that belief. You're here because of it. And sometimes we have to tap back into that. And we could listen to the naysayers, right? The way I see it, Steffen, is that all these people were believing in you, because the people who love us, they protect us the same way they protect themselves, right? The fear that they use to keep themselves safe. This is what my mom does to me. She projects that fear on me to try and keep me safe. but I understand this relationship. And I'm like, well, Ma, I get it. I know you love me. I know you may not understand it. And you're going to want for me to take a path of least resistance, a path of security and safety. But do I want safety and security, or do I want what's in my heart? Right. And believe it or not, everybody wants what's in their heart, right? More than safety or security, so to speak. I'm a firm believer in that. But any closing words that you want to give our community here before we wrap up?
Well, I'll probably say if you think about the corporate world where I originally came from, what's safety and security nowadays in the current situation, you might, be let go anyway. There's no such thing as security or safety, really. So I think it's better to be self-reliant and look after yourself and also share. And yeah, what I would advise people to do is really be aware of what you tell yourself every day. The conversation you have with yourself, the story that you're telling. Are you going to get up and just say, oh yeah, I'm trying it, or I don't think I can do this? Or you tell yourself, I can do this every day. I can do this. And that's powerful stuff. And if you want to know more about that, there's The Science of Getting Rich, really awesome book. I can really recommend that. But there's many different books around this topic. And yeah, that helps, definitely. Any road bumps that you face then on your way, that's just a trigger to make you become a better person.
Well said. Wisdom at its finest. Steffen, really appreciate you stepping forward in your own journey and being that light for others who are doing the same. Thank you for being you. I'll see you next week on the call. Thank you for sharing.
Sure.
We appreciate it.
Thanks, Justin. Man.
100%. Congrats on reaching L3 once again.
Thank you.